There is growing outrage tonight over the shooting death of an unarmed African-American teenager in Ferguson, Missouri. The day started with police releasing video that they say shows the victim, Michael Brown, stealing cigars just hours before Officer Darren Wilson shot him to death. But just 2 hours ago, the chief revealed that the officer didn't know that Brown was a suspect until after the shooting. Scott Philman is live in our newsroom with the reaction and now what we know about that officer. Scott?
Leon, the chief saying that the officer stopped Brown because he was in the street and blocking traffic. That was the initial reason. All that still has to be sorted out. He also, by the way, identified the officer for the first time as a 6-year veteran, Darren Wilson. Now, the chief claims he has been, quote, a fantastic officer who is devastated by what's happening. A lot of people have been demanding the release of his name, but as you said, in the same breath, the chief also released this. Less than an hour before Michael Brown's death, this video police say of the 6'4", almost 300-pound Brown strong-arm robbing a convenience store of $50 worth of cigars, shoving an employee who tried to lock the door and then leaving. While critics refuse to accept Brown may have done anything wrong or that it's even him in the video.
So he's innocent until proven guilty, and as of right now, we don't know Mike Brown committed any crime.
It is still unclear what transpired when Officer Wilson came across Brown and why there was a struggle.
And if we cannot trust our police officers, who can we trust? Who can we trust?
Nothing should deter figuring out how and why Michael Brown was killed. But there's a lot of steps between now and when justice is served.
Can't take it no more. Can't take it no more.
Residents called the timing of the video release underhanded, and Brown's family says police are just trying to shift focus away from the shooting. The hope now that it won't be a setback for the peaceful showing that ensued last night when police scaled back on the guns and armored vehicles.
What I don't want is us to go down and burn our own neighbor. What point? That does not prove a point. That does not solve an issue. That hurts this community.
And more demonstrations are planned for tonight. Now, there is no more information at this point really about Officer Darren Wilson except that he is on paid leave while this undoubtedly lengthy investigation continues. Maureen.
Thank you, Scott.